Kentucky Core Standards Academic Expectations 2.35. Students will demonstrate knowledge and skills that promote physical activity and involvement in physical activity throughout lives. Learning targets. Students will be able to identify proper push-up technique, identify common push-up errors, and if current strength allows, perform one or more push-ups with peer review of technique. Go ahead and lie down on the gym floor. Your legs, back, and head should all be resting flat on the floor. For this reason, you don't have to watch the video, you can just follow along with my voice. Place your hands on your stomach and begin taking deep breaths using your diaphragm. You don't have to worry too much about this. As long as your hands are rising and falling, you're using your diaphragm. This is the muscle that helps you breathe, and it's also the muscle that helps you relax. The inward and outward breathing help relax the body. When you know what relaxing feels like, we can learn what tension feels like for performing the push-up. To create tension, take a breath into your diaphragm and hold it. Then squeeze your legs, brace your stomach, and pat yourself down to see what this feels like. This is the same type of tension we're going to use as we set up our push-ups. Again, tension comes from holding your air and creating stiffness throughout your entire body. This is a stiffness that's going to help you hold your body straight as you do your push-ups. Go ahead and set up on your hands and knees. Your hands should be a little wider than shoulder width, with fingers pointing straight forward. Right now we're going to practice twisting the elbows in. This twisting action helps keep the shoulder tight and allows the elbows to track beside the body while performing a push-up. Again, watch as I twist my elbows in towards my body. Once we've established what to do with the elbows, we're going to look at piecing that into the rest of a push-up. Go ahead and get on your hands and knees. Focus on twisting your elbows in. Take a deep breath into your stomach. And as you raise your knees and your legs straighten, focus on squeezing your legs and bracing your stomach so it holds your body in a straight line. This will feel a little different than it did laying on the floor. Now hold your body in the top of a push-up position to see how it feels. Make sure your fingers are straight as you twist your elbows in. As you lift your knees, take a deep breath, get your legs tight, get your core tight, lower down to the floor and try to push back up. If you can do one push-up, that's great. If you can't do a push-up yet, the key right now is that we're learning how to do these things correctly. This will lead into lifelong fitness and prevention of injury as you exercise throughout life. Again, the main key is that we're doing things correctly, even if we're doing them one push-up at a time. One of the most common things I see is people winging their elbows out by their shoulders. Uh, the most common reason is because it shortens the range of motion and makes them feel like they're doing a full push-up. This exposes the shoulder to injury, and although it shortens the range of motion, the muscles that do the push-up aren't doing the work. The next one is dealing with the tail end being up too high. This is usually common due to a weaker core and the body compensating by pushing the hips in the air to get stability. Hips too low usually results in the individual not keeping tightness or letting their air out at some point during the movement. Again, this puts a lot of stress on the low back and doesn't feel good. The dreaded turtleneck. This is where someone doing push-ups cranes their head forward to feel like they're getting closer to the floor. Doing this demonstration was about as painful as it is to watch as it was to do it. If after taking your push-up test you find out you're at phase 1, meaning that you can hold the top position of a push-up, but that's really about it. The things you should practice: holding the top end of a push-up, bearing your body weight facing the floor, doing things like bear crawls, walk, run, play and climb absolutely as much as you can. If you find that you're in phase 2, meaning you can get down to the floor with a flat body, but you just don't have the reversal strength to get back up, things you should work on: practice lowering to the floor slowly, doing push-ups with your hands elevated, and by all means, walk, run, play and climb absolutely as much as you can. If you find yourself at phase 3, being that you can do full push-ups, again, practice doing singles correctly, do push-ups with your hands elevated, and walk, run, play and climb absolutely as much as you can. Hands elevated push-ups are fairly simple and highly effective in practicing push-up technique. Make sure you have your hands on a sturdy surface, lower down to it, and press away just as if practicing a typical push-up. An important reminder as we wrap this up: the most important thing is that you can find something that you love to do and do it. The most fit kids are also the ones who play the hardest.